Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. It's the return of the NASA Cup this morning. I am working on a science fair project with my daughter, and we're doing it on the moon phases and their effect on the ocean tides. And we were on a NASA website all evening long taking down some information. And so I brought out the NASA mug from my Huntsville trip this morning. Love a good coffee mug selection. I look haggard this morning, but that's okay. I just got out of the shower. And I'm starting my day off, but I had to come here and talk about this freaking book because, wow. So as you guys know, because I've done videos before on this series, on this channel, and I'm talking about this Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. Hopeless, which is Beau's book, the eldest brother, finally came out the other day. And when I tell you I binge read this book, I could not put it down. Could not put it down. This series is so good. And for what? For what? It's Canadian cowboys. Like, what? Why is it so freaking good? But it is. If you like romance novels and you're not reading the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver, you're missing out. Because these books are all of the right tropes. There's one that's like, oh my gosh. So the most recent one, Hopeless Beau's story, is fake fiance and also a little bit of age difference because he's like in his 30s and she's in her 20s, and she's like very innocent and he's more experienced soldier who's back home now because of getting in an accident in the war, and it's so good. And then another one of the series is like Enemies to Lovers, and then another one is Best Friends to Lovers. And then there's one that's like Boss's Daughter to Lovers. Then there's one that's like Accidental Baby Mama, Baby Daddy. And they were just like a one-night stand. And now he wants to step up. Mwah! The whole series is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I am obsessed. And Beau's does not let us down. Hopeless does not let us down. There's like, I think they're called, they all have less on the end of them. So I know there's a Powerless, that's the Best Friends to Lovers one. That's a hockey romance also. You've got Heartless. You've got, like I said, this was Hopeless. I can't remember all of the names of them. I'm sure if I looked over here at my thing, because I read them all in like a month one time, because they were that darn good. Powerless, Flawless, Heartless. There's going to be another one in here somewhere that came out like in the middle of the year. And then Hopeless is the most recent one. They are themselves flawless, in my opinion. I think that they're absolutely outstanding as far as your romance novels go, because there's a lot of cheesy romances out there. I try to read some, every now and then to mix it up. I am one of those people that if I read too much high fantasy or fantasy, I get into a little bit of a lull where I'm just like reading it and turning the page, but it's not like sinking in, you know what I mean? I'm just, Smeggle and Sheetle go to Alabaster and they walk on this windy road, and I'm just like reading to read. So I have to switch up my genre a good bit from the fantasy to I love to throw a thriller in there. I think throwing a thriller in amongst my fantasy is one of the best ways to get me to like a 15-20 book month because I go through thrillers. And then I'll throw in a romance too. The only genre that I really don't read is horror, like straight up horror. It's just not for me. Though I am watching The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix with my husband, and so far that's been pretty decent. I mean, I'm not a horror girly, but it's been pretty good. I was hoping for a little bit more like gothic horror, like a little more Crimson Peak in The Fall of the House of Usher, but so far not getting that. But that's okay. We're only like 1 or 2 episodes in, but I'm really enjoying that. So if you're looking for something good for October to watch, because you know I'm always talking about what I read. If you're looking for something in October to watch, highly recommend The Fall of the House of Usher so far. And of course, the new season of Castlevania. We binged that in 2 days. We don't miss Castlevania. We love, 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 love that show. But yeah, back to the Elsie Silver series. If you're not reading this series, you've got to be. You've got to be. They're quick reads. They've got great tropes. They're well done. They make you kick your little feet up. They're just super, super cute and well done. And like, obsessed. I'm obsessed with this series. I really am. I love this group. So yeah, I love you guys so, so much. Hopeless did not let us down. If you've been reading this whole series along with me, you gotta keep waiting for Elsie to fumble it a little bit because you're like, oh, there's gotta be one book in the series that's not great. Not yet. Not yet. And I don't know if this is the last one because I think this is the last of the siblings. But yeah, so good. Hopeless was so good. Just like all of the rest of them. This one is fake fiance and age difference. And it was well done. It was excellent. I love you guys so, so much. I hope that you're having an amazing, amazing week. And cheers.